From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning and welcome to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. It's Wednesday morning, July 30th on KLAV, 12:30 a.m. And if you want to call in today, you can call 702-731-1230. Good morning, Chef Michael. How are you?
I had a great time. Yeah, we went to the Grossos yesterday. The Grossos, the billionaires.
Oh, my gosh.
I love Carl
Do you always have to be so loud in the morning?
Listen, I'll go home. I don't need this crap. You know what I mean?
You know, it's interesting how everybody wakes up a little bit differently. You know, you wake up like that.
Yeah. I do. I honestly do. You know, my grandmother, God rest her soul. I mean that. My grandmother, you could wake my grandmother up out of a dead sleep. I swear to you. I say, Grandma, I'm hungry. I want some raviolis. That old lady would get up out of a dead sleep and go right downstairs and make the homemade raviolis for me. And I took after my grandmother because she was always so joyful, so happy, and I was very blessed. Because you are like the people that you come from. Like, you know, some people take after their fathers and their mothers and their grandfathers or their aunts and uncles. You know, but today it's me and Sandy in the studio, and it's really great because we had such a great time. We got some
I know, it's so nice. We have space.
We got space.
Space.
Yeah, I need some friggin' space. So anyway, we went to the Grossos' house, and I always talk about the Grossos because we love them, and Dr. Perry took us out to the country club for lunch. He's such a good-hearted guy. He's always got his hand in his pocket, you know, which is wonderful. And that's nice. And people out there, you know, sometimes you like people. Let other people do something for you. You know, it took me a lot of years for that because I was always the one picking up the check, picking up the tab. And when you do that, you get used a lot of times. And
well, it's nice to share,
it is
you know,
nice to
and
share.
to reciprocate.
And we're very, very happy to have people like that. And we have a caller, and it's that son of a...
But, you know, this is very special, Chef Michael.
Yes,
you know, Evan Davis. He's calling in, but you know what? He's not here in Las Vegas right now.
Where's
he is
at?
From the airport in Denver, I think. Hi, Evan. How are you?
Evan from Denver.
Hey, hi. I took it off speakerphone because I know Chef Michael has a very gregarious voice in the morning. It's
He'll wake you up.
United Club here, but
yes.
I just wanted to call and let you know I can listen to you on my iPhone through the KLAV app.
That's right.
It's wonderful.
Well, I know you're out of town, and I know you're coming to the party on Sunday, so I want a 500-word essay why you love Sandy Kastel and Chef Michael. All right?
Listen, I have a question for you.
Sure.
We have a friend of ours picking us up at the airport. You probably know her, Nancy. I want to know if it was okay, since we're coming right from the airport, if she joined us.
Of course.
Well, you know, it's funny, Evan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You called me on the air with 90,000 listeners and asked me if it's okay to bring some... Yeah, of course.
How could you say no? I know.
How could I say no? No, we'd love to have Nancy. And I'm going to sing...
The single guys there?
No, there's some, you know, but, you know, Carl Grosso, he's got a roving eye. And,
a roving eye? For what? For cocktails?
For money.
For money. Any way to make a buck.
Yes. But we love Carl. He doesn't listen to the show anymore. He watches it on television now.
Actually, I think he already made all of his bucks. Yeah, a long time ago.
That kid couldn't spend his money if he tried. But he's a good guy.
Who's on the show today?
You. You know what's funny? I said to Sandy.
Well, I'm going to let you know if Michael.
I said, Sandy, it's nice for us just to do something, me and you, because callers come in, and when we got so many people, we don't really have the time to take half the calls that come through. So yesterday, we got people calling in. It's just me and Sandy, and it's really, I'm telling you, Evan, it's been really great.
Well,
it's nice to do that once in a while.
It is.
You know what, Evan? You know what Michael doesn't realize is, even though we are the only ones in the studio, that we have other people on the show.
Right.
See, this is a new concept for Chef Michael because, radio is new for him. And I'm the one that introduced it to him. And ever since we started, of course, we had Johnny Stewart on. And Johnny always filled the showroom, filled the room here with a lot of people, which was great.
It was really great.
It was a lot of fun. But, so Chef Michael's not used to this, getting callers and having them on the show. See, so it's a whole new concept.
What am I, a gladiator in the Roman days? Or no Roman? What are you talking about? Of course I know about radio, Sandy.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I won't be back until Sunday, of course, but there's some great entertainment going on this weekend that I'm sure that all your listeners would like to know about.
Of course,
why
at the
don't you
Viva
tell
Las
us, Evan,
Vegas.
and give yourself a plug as always.
Yes, well, they can check out everything that's going on the local scene at evandavisjazz.com.
That's right.
But I tell you, there's 3 things happening at the Viva Las Vegas Event Center this weekend. They're all different, and they're all wonderful.
Okay.
Friday night, Phil Flowers, and Phil, he is a wonderful performer and showman. He's doing a show there on Friday night that'll knock your socks off. I don't think anyone will be able to sit in their chairs when he's singing. And that's going to be great. And then Saturday afternoon, they have a big band jazz group playing, Jimmy Wilkins.
And that's a new thing that they're doing there on Saturday afternoons, right?
Yeah, new thing they're doing over there. And Jimmy's he's an old cocker. He's like in his 90s, but he's still a band leader. He plays the trombone, or he did play the trombone.
And he's a perfect example of how you continue to do what you love to do your entire life. Look at that, 90 years old, and he's still playing.
Yeah, over 90, right.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, Bill Fain is producing and directing a show with, it's actually called Bette Midler Meets Judy Garland.
I know.
And
oh, my God.
Denise Clemente and Denise Rose are starring in it as Bette and Judy, and it's going to be a fabulous show. I'm really sorry I'm not going to be in town for that.
I know. I was trying to get Denise. I was trying to get the girls on the show, but as Denise was saying, she says it's so hard because they've just so many rehearsals and getting ready, and as many of you know or don't know out there, a lot of people see performers up on stage and they think, wow, they've got it so easy. All they have to do is get up there and do what they love to do. Well, as you know, Evan, there is a lot of work that goes into being a performer and being a musician. There's a lot of hours. As Jimmy Molador was telling Michael the other day, he says, Michael was kidding him a little bit about, hey, are you in shape? You're going to be good enough for Wednesday night. And Jimmy says, hey, look, he goes, I practice 4 hours a day, to keep in shape, and that's what we have to do.
But something that's funny with me, drumming's like boxing, and I was a pro fighter years ago when I was a kid, and when I boxed, I never sat down in the corner, never, unless I got cut. If I got cut over the eye, I had no choice for the cut guy to close the cut. But them days when I was a kid, 18, 19, 20 years old, I was a tough rumble kid from South Philadelphia, and I'm the same with the drumming. I mean, the energy, when that energy starts to shoot, watch out. And I even said to Jimmy...
Because it doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. And I said to Jimmy Miller, I said, Jimmy, truthfully, there'll be a day, I'm 62. Maybe in 10 years from now, I won't be able to do what I do. But right now, the energy is still there. The look is gone, but the energy is still there. Because it's funny, I went down to Viva Las Vegas, your favorite place. I know you love that kid that owns that joint.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I got up and a couple weeks ago, and I told a couple jokes and sang. Well, the guy, Rick Erickson, I think his name.
Yeah, it was videotaping.
What a beautiful job this guy did. People thought it was from NBC, and we thanked him, and it was just wonderful. Great. And it's on the air. And you go on YouTube, Mike Leonetti stand up.
So now Michael's a stand-up comedian.
Right. So Ginny Bullock asked me if I would perform to do an opening act for my. No, I can't because it's a WEAM event, and unfortunately, as much as I would love to go down there and tell jokes and have some fun and make the audience laugh, I'm cooking for the WEAM Foundation.
That's
I hope that you're there. Anyway, Evan, we love you.
Thank you so much, Evan, for taking some time to call us.
Thanks. And have a great time today.
Thank you so much.
And give Sandy a hug for us, okay?
I certainly will.
And when you come Sunday, don't come in empty-handed.
No, he's not. He's bringing Nancy.
He's bringing Nancy. Here, Fardos. Thanks, Evan. Anyway, you know something? I want to say something. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, thanks, Evan.
I want to say something about Carl Grasso. You know,
Right,
I
right.
joke, I tease him all the time.
I know you do.
But
You're
I tell
awfully
you,
rough on
you know,
him.
I love you, Sandy. You know, Italian guys, when we love somebody, we really love them.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless she loves you.
Your mother. And I want to say this with all sincerity because Carl is the greatest sport in the world. He really is.
Yes,
because
he is.
I tease about his money. And he's really broke, folks. The guy don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. He's a great guy. No, I'm only teasing you. And
how's
Carl,
he paying for that closet?
what's that?
Thrown in?
Yeah, $400,000.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And one thing about this guy, it was such a pleasure to meet him because even though he's Italian, he's from back east. You know what I mean? He's the most humblest, nicest guy, and I tease him. You know, a lot of people can't take that, you know. And I'm a ball buster, and I really have a great time with him. And I never seen a man love a woman as much as he loved Lisa. He loves her. I mean,
unconditionally.
The way I love you, Sandy. And you know, and we'll go out many times, and I'll say, "Hey, yo, Carl, look at the balloons on that broad." Just joking and having some fun. And the guy won't even look. He won't even glaze. He won't make a statement.
He's a smart man.
He's a smart man.
Isn't he, Lisa?
He is, but he's smart. But I want you to know something. Carl Grasso, ladies and gentlemen, is a very rare breed, wonderful guy, good-hearted. He's always got his hand in his pocket. Because I got people, friends of ours, that I'm going to tell you something. They're just as rich as everybody that we know, and they're tighter than a crab's ass, and a crab's ass is waterproof. So, you know, I just want you to know he's a good-hearted guy.
We got a caller, Michael.
I'm not done. Wait a minute. Let me finish my
hurry
accolade
up and
against
finish.
Carl
You gotta
Grasso.
wrap it up.
Anyway, I love Carl Grasso and I love Lisa, and I'm glad to see a man love his wife as much as he loves her and as much as I love Sandy. And that respect. We're going over their house for Friday for baked ziti, and Lisa is a better cook than me.
Lisa is cooking.
Can't wait, man.
I know, we're so excited.
I can't wait. Anyway, on the phone is my paisan, Goombam brother, the magnificent, the greatest, the master of disaster, the king of sting, the count of Manifesto.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Jimmy Melodor. Hey, Jimmy. What's up, buddy?
You are the new Muhammad Ali.
Hey, Jimmy. How are you this morning?
Sandy, my sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good. You know what? I woke up humming a tune, and I was thinking, you know, tonight we get to play with you, Jimmy Melodor, at the Sienna.
Santo. Let's not forget Santo.
Santo.
Yeah, the drummer.
The drummer.
Savino.
Oh my gosh! I was thinking it was John Plows. It's not. It's Santo.
It's Santo.
Oh,
and
good.
I never met the guy.
Oh my gosh, he's fabulous.
And I'm ready to go to battle with this man.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a great time with him. The enforcer. And he's Italian, which is really nice. So I'll buy the guy a salami sandwich.
Italians up there on the stage. It's going to be pretty thick.
It's going to be a great time. So, Jimmy, we're so glad that you called in. Ladies and gentlemen, all the listeners that are out there, Jimmy Melodor, for those that don't know who he is and for those that do know who he is, Jimmy is one of the greatest jazz saxophone players ever.
And even my dad says so. And my dad is a tough critic.
He's a tough critic. And Jimmy Melodor, ladies and gentlemen, is in the lines of Charlie Parker. He's in the lines of great horn players.
Yeah.
You know, jazz players. John Coltrane.
And by the way.
You know what I mean? And Jimmy Melodor's been around since Moses.
Jimmy, what are you going to be playing tonight? I heard you're going to play a special tune.
Well, you know, Michael has a way with me of getting me to play things that I would never play.
And
he requested, well, in his own inimitable way, Michael says, you got to play Night Train.
Night Train. That is a tough song, isn't it?
It is. And also Caravan, Sonny. I got all of these tunes that Michael has requested. Lover. Sandy, sing Lover with me, will you?
Lover, I surrender.
Yeah.
La-da-dee-dum, lover, when you're near me, I love you.
Is your name Sandy?
Wait, let me finish. Lover, make me spaghetti, ravioli, mozzarella, pizza pie, pasta vazul.
How can I compete with this, Jimmy? I mean, really.
I love it. But I was up to 2 o'clock this morning practicing because of this guy with this Night Train. You know, the way I play, it has to be perfect. I don't play it.
I know.
So I've been rehearsing all night, practicing, and that's what I do.
Cool. Okay, Lover, I'm going to be working on that.
Well, tonight's the big night, ladies and gentlemen, to not only see the fabulous Sandy Kastel, because she's going to sing more than one song tonight.
I am.
That's right. And I'm not going to sing it all.
1.5.
1.5 songs. for those that didn't have a chance to really see a great performer, do yourself a favor, folks. There's no cover. There's no minimum. Because when you see Jimmy at the Smith Center, you're going to pay $70 a ticket.
Oh, at the Smith Center, yes.
And it's such an honor to have him play. And I asked him to do me a favor because money-wise, I couldn't pay this guy what he's worth. You know what I mean? And it's killing me because now I got to pay a double salary. I can't put food on the icebox just to pay this guy. But ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and come and see at Sienna this evening. We're at 9500 Sahara. The place is swinging. The band is incredible. You know what I mean? And you don't hear music like this anymore. To see a legend, and I'm going to say something with all sincerity, not because Jimmy's my friend, but Jimmy is a legend, and I don't say that to too many people because all them legends are gone. Sam Bertier is dead. Louis gone. Sinatra's gone. Sammy's history. I mean, they're all gone. There's nobody left anymore. It's still there and really good. So do yourself a favor. Come and see us.
You know, Mike, I got an email this morning which was ever so thrilling. They were one of the greatest saxophonists that's ever lived.
Well, Jimmy, hold that thought. Don't hang up. Hold that thought because we're ready to go to break. Right, Sam?
That's right. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, and we've got Jimmy Molidor on the phone. So we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Hold on, Jimmy. Don't hang up. Count your money a little bit.
Give a shout out to Sandy Kastel. You got to listen to her show because she's got it going on.
More interviews, more recipes, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. We've got Jimmy Molidor on the phone. Hi, Jimmy.
Sandy, you got to sing "Luck Be a Lady." I heard that a couple of times. You do a hell of a job on that.
Thank you. I know. Oh, I mean, thank you. I appreciate that.
What do you want me to sing, Jimmy?
I'm used to singing it with the big band, and I don't know. We got to see if we can do that with the guys. It'd be fun.
I love Mike singing "A Lady Is a Tramp." He does it on all of his songs, but Mike, his presentation is fantastic.
That's his signature song, Jimmy.
I love it. He does. I worked with Buddy Greco many years. Buddy's a dear friend, and we played a lot of golf together. But Mike does a nice job. But Buddy had a hit record with "A Lady Is a Tramp," but Mike does a hell of a job.
And I like the version that he did, and that's I guess Michael, he gave you that chart.
You know, when I was 46 years old, I was very close with Buddy, and Buddy does his arrangement because that's why the lady, that's why the lady, that's why the lady is a tramp. Right. Well, he did his own version. Now you know, Jimmy, as well as I do, that Misty was written by Earl Garner.
Right.
So it was a big hit, and then Johnny Mathis came out with Misty, his style, and became gold. And then Groove Holmes in 1965 came out with Misty, with B3 Hammond organ, and was a big hit. A lot of people do Sinatra, you know what I mean? But when I do a tune, I own it. It's my arrangement, my style. And Irv Gordon, God rest his soul, I said to him, Irv, if you write me a stock arrangement, I'm not paying you. And I would sit down with him, and I would go over exactly what I feel. That's why when I do Tramp, it's my own style of doing it. I own it. Like Birth to the Blues, Sammy does it his way. April in Paris, Count Basie did it his way. Remember that? Ow! But I don't know if he screamed, but anyway, it was in it. But yeah, that's my cousins outside. They're all eating pepperoni sandwiches and provolone, sticking up the whole neighborhood. But anyway, tonight's the big night, Jimmy, and we're very excited, Sandy and I, that you're playing with the band, and we're doing some great things. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, be ready for Sandy Kastel and Friends with Chef Michael and Jimmy Molidor. So watch out.
Yeah, and I just want to tell everybody that that's from 8 p.m. to midnight tonight, and we've got David DaCosta and the Chad Michaels Quartet, of course, featuring Spider on bass, and now Santo on drums, and of course the special guest, our very special guest, Jimmy Molidor on sax. And that's at Sienna's Authentic Italian Trattoria at 9500 West Sahara, just west of Fort Apache. Seating begins at 7:30 p.m. and then showtime begins at 8 p.m. and we go all the way till midnight. So call and make your reservations at 702-360-3358. That's 702-360-3358, and make reservations because we're going to be sitting on the bar side over there, and we've got all the tables lined up.
Well,
and
the Grossos booked the table for 10.
I know, and then of course we've got Carolyn and Robert. They've got a table for 8,
right?
And I think the Pascals are going to be he's sitting with the Grossos
Right.
today.
Yeah,
So
the millionaires like to stick together. They talk about how much they got. Why do these people do that kind
What
of crap?
about Gil Cohen? Is he coming?
And Gil
I don't know
Cohen?
if Gil, but you need to give Gil a call, find out what he's doing, because he's another billionaire that's got his recess money from school.
I know, but sometimes he has to work at nights. I hope he's off tonight so
Yeah,
he can
we
come
love
out
Gil.
and see us.
Gil's
with,
one of my
Kathy.
best friends, yes.
Yeah, and Kathy, you know, she was a model for years. She worked with Universal Models with Judy Morio.
Beautiful girl.
And she and my sister, you know, did some modeling together. I did some modeling with her a long time ago. So we go way back with Kathy, and then of course with Gil Cohen. You go way back, Jimmy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gil.
Well, you know that Carl Grosso, he was a centerfold for Playgirl.
No, he was okay.
Yeah, he was. And I asked him, I said, Carl, you know, how come you didn't? They offered him to do Playgirl. And
What happened with where the staple was? You know.
Well, no.
Oh.
Well, you know, for him, I mean, he didn't do it. And,
You know,
and
Murray
I turned it down.
Murray Langston was in Playgirl also.
Well, I was in Playgirl. They offered me to do Playgirl,
Really?
honestly, but I turned it down, sweetheart.
Oh, did you?
They only have one fold out. So anyway,
Well, listen, anyway, thank you so much, Jimmy, for calling in. We look forward to seeing you tonight at Sienna's
Love you,
Authentic
Jimmy.
Italian Trattoria.
I love you guys. We're going to kill him tonight.
you got
Thanks
it,
a lot, Jimmy.
I'm going to sing a song
Okay.
anyway now.
Well, you know, Michael, I got an email from Judy Morio this morning.
Who's Judy Morio?
And Judy Morio and I, like I said, she had Universal Models, and she and I go way back. I met her a long time ago when she did for Montgomery Wards. They had a program called the Wendy Ward Program, and I did it. My mother did it, and she took me there. But Judy Morio is a motivational speaker. And she called me this morning, or she emailed me this morning about writing an article for her online magazine called Choices. And, you know, it's a great, what it is it's a spin-off of the books, the Life Choices books. And I brought a couple of the books here today. The first one I was in, she asked me to be in this about 4 years ago, was called Navigating Difficult Paths. And what it is these books are a series, and she's got 26 authors in each book. And each one of them writes their story about the message that she has on each book, and this one is Navigating Difficult Paths. And there was a song that I wrote while I was writing this story, and my story is called Detours in the book. And I just wanted to read a little bit of the text here of the song that I wrote at the same time I was doing it.
I need a cough.
But actually, okay, are you done coughing?
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, so the song goes like this. Sometimes you take a detour, it doesn't matter where or when. You don't know where you might end up when you're coming from where you've been. Sometimes you take a detour on the way to where you go. Wonder which way you're gonna turn when you get to the end of the road. Life takes a detour.
I hate country music. I hate it.
That's not just country, Michael. Michael.
teasing you. I'm
That is not country.
You know, it's funny.
But the idea is that the whole story is about, you know, what happens to us and when life hands us a challenge. And sometimes in our lives, you know, at different points in our lives, we face different challenges. And sometimes the more as we get older. But the key is how we handle those challenges that come into our lives. And do you just sit down in the middle of the road and give up? Or do you pull up your bootstraps and you go on and you decide to, you know, take a chance and do something different? And you know, so that's what this book is about, life choices. And I just wanted to say, give a shout out to Judy Morio, and thank you for getting me involved in the Life Choices books. And I'd be happy to write an article for your online magazine.
I would like to write one too, Jody. Just tell me how much it pays, and I'll be glad to.
And you know, we've got another caller in, and this is Adriana. Hi, Adriana. How are you?
Hi, Sandy. I'm fine, thank you.
It's so nice to hear from you again and talk about this new film that you've got showing downtown. Tell us about it.
Yes, it's quite different from the girls in the band, which we showed at the Inspired Theater.
Uh-huh.
This is part of the Las Vegas Film Festival.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the 7th annual film festival in for the Las Vegas. And it's going on from today until Sunday. So I want to invite all your listeners to go online and take a look at www.lvfflasvegasfilmfestival.com.
Okay, and this is going to be it says at the Ogden Scullery Bar.
Yeah, well, first, the screening room is next to the bar. So
okay.
So I want to invite your listeners to the mixer. It's a mixer honoring all the women filmmakers at the film festival.
Okay.
And it's free, and there's drinks and some food. And then if they'd like to see the film, they can go right next door to the screening room. They can get tickets online. They're $10.
Okay.
And the name of the film is Ukraine is Not a Brothel.
Yeah, and this is kind of an interesting title. and this is tomorrow night, though. It's not tonight. It's tomorrow night, July 31st at 7 p.m. at the Ogden Scullery Bar, street floor. And it says the Ogden across from the El Cortez.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So what is this movie about?
Well, it's provocative, and it won an award at the Venice Film Festival in Italy. And it's Ukraine's feminist sensation has created a media frenzy across Europe.
Wow.
However, before they take the world by storm, these bold and beautiful women must confront the dark and perverse forces that power their organization. It's Ukraine, so it's provocative and it's interesting.
Now, the director is Kitty Green.
Yes, she's an Australian lady who met up with these women and was so intrigued by them that she decided to do a documentary about
Now,
them.
how many films has she directed so far?
I think there's 2 others that she's done.
Okay, and now what is your involvement with this?
Well, Herflix, as you know, is an online site for movies for women.
And that's Herflix. That's Herflix.
Herflix, yes.
Right.
And behind distributing movies to women is our mission to promote and women filmmakers.
That's great.
So I like to, present movies from women filmmakers, because lots of times there's some gems that fall through the cracks.
Sure.
And they don't always get the same attention that the big movies get.
Right.
And there aren't that many women, of what's her name, Catherine Bigelow, or maybe Penny Marshall.
Right.
But there are more and more women directing films, and we like to shine a spotlight on them.
Well, I think that's great. And now, how do we get tickets for this again?
You go to www.lvfs.com/tickets. If you go to their website, Las Vegas Film Festival, you'll see that the tickets are available for tomorrow night.
Okay, great.
At 8:30, but the party starts the mixer starts at 7 o'clock, and it's at the Scullery Bar right by El Cortez.
Now, I want to ask you a question though. Is this a movie that I can take Chef Michael to?
Absolutely.
So it's not just for women. This is for couples.
Oh, yeah, men are invited. Oh,
well,
yeah,
I'm glad that
you know what?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that men will be very interested in what's on screen.
Well, we're doing it with our cameraman, John Stiles, is a producer and did a movie called, and if I may, John, with your permission, I'm proud to be a cross-dresser. And John Stiles produced it, and starring in it is Carl Grasso, Dr. Perry, myself, John Lindquist. The list is endless.
Oh my gosh. And you got to see, there's some hairy legs in there.
That's right.
Anyway, I thank you so much, Adriana, for letting me know about this film, and to invite all of our guests to go out and see this film. It's called Ukraine is Not a Brothel, and you can see this tomorrow night, Thursday, July 31st at 7 p.m. at the Ogden Scullery Bar, street floor, and the Ogden across from the El Cortez. Get your tickets at www.lvfsandfrank.com/tickets. And then come out and see this. We'll be there tomorrow night, July 31st.
Yes, and I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again, too. Thank you so much, Adriana, for calling in today and for being a support with Herflix, which, if you want to find out more about Herflix, you have a website also, right?
Yes, I do.
And?
Herflix.com,
Okay.
Herflix. So it's being relaunched, but if you go to it, you'll be able to sign up, and we'll send you information as we go along.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Bye.
Thank you. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael this Wednesday, July 30th on KLAV, 12:30 a.m. You know, Chef Michael, we got to get a recipe from you right after a message from our sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
Yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to some of our friends and family. I want to thank my dad. I am going to thank my dad and my mom.
Why don't you thank him?
I am. I'm going to thank my mom. My mom's no longer with us, but I got to thank her for all of her encouragement. And my father, from his teaching me about, practicing every day, just like Jimmy Molidor said, it's so important as an artist. And, my sisters, Linda, who's no longer with us, and my sister, Crystal, who is with us, and for all their support throughout the years in helping me support my dreams. It's so important as an artist and as anybody to have a good support team. And I think it's really important to have that around you. And if you don't have it and you don't feel like you have it, seek it out among new friends and extended family members. Like, we have a great circle of friends around us, Chef Michael.
Now we do.
We really do. We really do. And sometimes you get up in the morning and you just don't feel like getting up and jumping out of bed and doing things. Well, not always. Sometimes you don't feel quite as funny as you do sometimes.
Always.
But, so what do we do about that? And I think sometimes when we remember the loved ones that we have in our lives and how blessed we are, because all around us we can see turmoil, we can see challenges going on around in the world, and we have to remember that part of life is going through a lot of changes and going through a lot of challenges. And it's such a good thing to have a good support system around us. But when you can wake up in the morning and you look outside or you look around your home and you say, thank you.
You're right. I would like to thank a few people.
I feel so blessed about what we have and who we have in our lives. And I just want to say thank you to all the great people that we have in our lives.
And I'd like to thank a few people right now, if I may, with your permission.
Go ahead.
Sister Pasqualina from Our Lady of Aggravation, who taught me how to hold up my right hand. Because the nuns, when I disclosed the nuns, my father for putting me in reform school. I'd like to thank your pop, wherever you may be
you
up in hell.
Some strict...
you know what I mean? Yes, let me tell you something, boy. Believe me. And my grandmother, who was a tremendous inspiration in my life, because I loved her with all my heart and soul. And if it wasn't for her, I would have never been the authentic Chef Michael.
That's right, that you are today.
At the age of 18, she handed me the spoon.
And also, I want to thank all the singers that joined us last Wednesday night at Santa's, and I hope to see you again tonight.
Yes, all of them.
In fact, we've got one of them on the phone right now.
Who is
Pam
that?
E. Williams.
Hey, Pam,
Hi, Pam. How are you?
Hi. How are you? I'm jumping up out of the bed.
Oh, girl.
Good morning. Oh, thank you so much for sitting in last week. You have an absolutely amazing voice, and your energy is so great up on stage and off stage. And I just want to say thank you so much. And
welcome.
Pam, you coming in tonight?
I would like to come in. I'm coming in. That's it.
Good. You got to come in. We got to integrate that place. Too many Italian people.
So listen, tell me about a little bit about your history and how you ended up in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I sure will. Okay, I met you last Tuesday at the Sienna Italian restaurant.
That's right.
And that's where our history starts. Well, I am a singer and a songwriter, also a musician. I play piano. So I played these instruments, at least 5 as a kid, going through school and singing. But in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, basically I kind of had done the music scene. I had done, live entertainment. And so I dared to try to expand that and go further. I won a competition one time to perform on a talent show, and it took me all the way to Las Vegas, first time ever.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes.
So when I felt that warm air there, I loved it. Compared to Cleveland, Ohio, I loved it here, and I vowed that's it.
Well, Cleveland really has all of the 4 seasons, a lot more than we do here in Las Vegas. Yeah,
I love fall. Fall is my best,
beautiful.
My favorite.
Yeah,
it's favorite. Okay. Well, what happened is that I made it here. I decided the weather, the music, and it brought me here, and I drove all the way across the country to get here.
That's great. So now, what are you doing right now? What are you working on right now? Because I know you're out singing at different places. So tell us, where can people find out about you? Do you have a website or a Facebook?
Yes, I am on Facebook as Pam E. Williams on Facebook.
And, well, right now I'm working on my CD project. That's going to be available real soon. I'm also available for booking. I thought I'd put that out there. Are you listening, Chef Michael?
Chef Michael, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Well, you know, we're working on a couple different projects, and we're always looking for great entertainers to be part of them. And we love you coming out and sitting in with the Chad Michaels Quartet. And tonight we've got Jimmy Molador, absolutely amazing saxophonist. So definitely, if you can get out there tonight and get up and sing a couple tunes, that'd be great.
I sure will.
So now, Pam, it's Pam-E Williams, right, on Facebook. So go there and check it out and find out more about her music. And have you ever sat in with Uli over there? Have you played with Uli Geisendorfer over there at the dispensary?
I sure have. It's been a while, but yes, I have.
He's a great guy. They've got a great group over there, and I know they play there, I think, 4 or 5 nights a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, right now, Sandy, I'm playing in a blues band, and I'm very excited about the blues.
Oh.
And his name is Bobby Jones. I'll bring him out there and let you meet him in person. And I am playing piano and singing a few of the 45-minute opening set for him.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
We're going to travel this weekend. Saturday, we're going to be in California. So I'm asking all of the local Las Vegas community and also California if you want to take a one-tank trip. We're going to be there.
A one-tank trip.
A 2-tank. Okay.
I love that.
Tank.
No. That's cool. It is about one tank, depending on how big your tank is.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to be in Inglewood, California at a place called Blue Lavender.
Oh, you know what? My sister's out there in Newport Beach. I bet she would love to come out there. Yeah. Blue Lavender. All right. Well, I'm going to let them know. And, you know, we're online. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, we're on KLAV, 12:30 a.m. We also have a rebroadcast of our program at night at midnight on KLAV. And then also on Vegas All Net Radio, they rebroadcast our program at 10 p.m. And this is all Pacific Standard Time. So we want to invite all of our listeners, including Pam E., to tune in. And also, as Evan Davis was saying earlier, you can download the app on KLAV 1230am.com, and you can get that app that you can get on your phone so you can hear us wherever you're traveling, whether it's in the Midwest, the East Coast, Denver, you know, anywhere you go, or California.
Absolutely.
Well, we love you, sweetheart. We can't wait to see you tonight.
Yay.
And I want you to knock them dead.
All right. Thanks a lot, Pammy. And we'll see you tonight.
Bye-bye.
Okay, at the Siennas. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, Chef Michael, I wanted to, I was given some shout-outs a while ago, and one of them was Evan Davis, but he already called in. Don Usherson, who's been a big support of us.
Very big support. We haven't heard from him.
No. Well, he goes away for a couple days at a time. He's working on a book. You know, he's helping write a book. Also, I want to send a shout out to Amy at West Wing Cigar Lounge. You know, I know that they've got a wonderful place over there, and we were fortunate enough to be able to play there and do some wonderful things, invite a lot of our guests over there. We also have Nan White with the White House Black Market. What did I say? Nan White? No, it's not Nan White. It's Nan from White House Black Market.
She's an Italian Jew.
Yeah, and Robert Turner from Carrot Bars. Tony and George for helping us with all of our financial needs. Cialo at Cafe de Cebu. De Cebu. I'm always saying this incorrectly. But Cialo, we want to thank you again. You have wonderful Filipino food, and we're looking forward to being out there again. Also, our accountant, Richard Saperstein, and our attorneys, Tony May and my attorney, Byron Mills. Right. We want to thank them because, you know, as individuals, we all need a team of people to help us with all that we do.
Tony May and Bruce Willoughby.
And Bruce Willoughby, that's right.
One thing about them two guys, for you, Sandy, great divorce attorney you had. What's his name?
Byron Mills. Mills.
But these guys that I got keep the feds from my door, and I cannot thank them enough.
Well, they also help with a lot of personal attorney, personal law, I should say, not personal law.
You know, when you're in our position, you got to, you know, the greatest line in The Godfather 3 when the kid wanted the illegitimate nephew of Michael Corleone.
He wanted somebody whacked, I think.
He said,
right?
Uncle Mike, you want me to whack him? He said, you want me to take? He says, no, I don't need tough guys. I need more lawyers, he said.
That's right, because the lawyers
this
protect
day and
us.
age, and I'm being honest with you, when you're in our position, you got to have a staff of attorneys, because today, people are ready to sue you, ready to say something derogatory, and you can't handle me. My day was different. I knocked on your door, and my problems went away. Today, you can't do that no more.
That's
now,
right.
today, I make a phone call, I pay a few dollars, and my problem goes away.
That's right. I also want to send a shout out to all the singers that sat in with us last week. That was CeCe Spencer, Mackley Prophet, Ulysses Borgia, Rusine, Ricardo with Bronze Entertainment, Serenity, Mark Giovi, Tom Nelly, Andrew Scott, Jamie Kelsey, Billy Adams, and more. And we're looking forward to seeing you again tonight at the West Wing.
Waiting.
Oh, I'm sorry. At the Sienna's Italian, authentic Italian trattoria.
I'm waiting for Kelly Clinton and her husband that
we got to get them over
get
there.
his butts up there and come into my arena.
Well, they're always working on so many different projects.
I don't want to hear that. I want them up so
we've
they
got a
can
lot
sing
of our
this.
guests that are going to come out, and a lot of our friends, the Pascals, the Grossos, Eddie and Sue Murphy, Bill and Madeline, Robert and Carolyn and their friends, Gigi Ullman and Mike. Oh, my gosh.
We got a big gang tonight.
I know.
And we're
Robert
very
Gordy
happy.
Jr.,
Robert
I
Gordy,
think, is going to come out if
is
he's
he-
back in town.
He's
Going to try to get back in town, I think,
Well, we
today,
got good
so they
friends,
can come out.
and it's really nice because we enjoy that one day that we perform. Because like I said, if we were offered to go on a strip, we're working on a show to go
That's
one of
right.
the major hotels, and your friends will come out one day. They're not going to come out 5 days a week, but it's a pleasure to perform for them, Sandy.
You know what, Chef Michael? We have gone the entire show without getting a recipe from you, and we are going to take a quick break. And afterwards, I definitely want to hear about one of your special recipes before we end the show.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be right back. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
I want to
here
hear from
on
Carl
KLAV.
Grasso. Carl, call me, Carl.
We'll be
I
right
want you
back.
on the air, Carl.
Wonderful way to start your day. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Chef, right before we hear your message about, right before we get your recipe, I do want to send out a special message here. It's from the Life Choices book, Pursuing Your Passion. And my 5 steps to pursuing your passion are, number 1, listen to your heart. The passion for our dreams lies within our souls, waiting to become reality. Number 2, prepare yourself to achieve your goals. Take the necessary steps. If you choose to be successful in life, continue to learn something about your craft every day. 3, be flexible. Plans don't always turn out the way we expect. We may need to pause or stop along the way and reassess what needs to be done. Number 4, stay focused. Keep your eye on the target. Distractions may take your attention away from your ultimate desired result. And number 5, be open to the possibilities. No matter how we try to anticipate the future, there is still no way to predict the outcome. Most importantly, as you continue on life's fascinating journey, remember, it is up to you and you alone to pursue your passion. I think we've got another caller.
Well, hold it before we bring this another caller on.
Yes.
A friend of mine, Johnny Mitchell, who I know very well, said something to me I'll never forget. He said, Mike, if your heart is not right, you can never receive anything. And I said, John, what do you mean by that? A lot of people's hearts are not right. When you raise a child with love, they learn to forgive. When you raise a child with hate, they learn not to forgive. So those people out there in radio land, people that did you wrong, forgive them. Listen to me when I'm telling you, because when your heart's not right, you can't receive forgiveness, understanding, nothing. Because this life is too damn short, folks. Listen to Mike, what he's telling you. Because there's 3 things you must have for the nucleus of success: the content of a person's character, the integrity you hold as an individual, but most of all, the compassion you feel towards another human being. You must have all 3 of those qualities. And Sandy Kastel, with all sincerity, beside that I love you with all my heart, you have those qualities.
Oh, thank you.
And on the
so
phone
sweet,
right
so
now.
serious.
No, well, I'm being serious. I can't be.
We've got Dr. Perry on the
Hi,
phone.
Doc.
Hi,
How
Dr.
are you,
Perry.
buddy?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. What's up?
Well, we went to see a movie last night.
You did? What'd you see?
James Brown.
James Brown?
The new one.
Oh, how was
Get
it?
on up. It was very good.
Good.
It was a little different than I thought it would be, but we've others to critique it. Somebody didn't do their homework in the very beginning of the movie, but and there were some things left out. And they just happened to show a scene in Vietnam, and had the plane crash landing there. The only trouble is that base didn't have a runway.
Doc, I like to
That's
give
fine.
you...
So,
I was stationed there.
See, you could write in if there was a TV show, a hit TV show. Remember, they used to be that you could write in and you could tell them that they had a blooper on there.
I'm going to give you a compliment, Dr. Perry, for those listeners, the 90,000 people that listen to us every day.
90,000 plus
that listen to the show every day. A lot of people don't know who you are, like the Grossos. They don't know them. They just hear the word, the name, the characters that I play. But if there is ever an angel from heaven, you would fit the perfect criteria of that position. You are the nicest, most humblest man Sandy and I have ever met in our life. Beside being a billionaire, you are absolutely, you and Diana.
You and Diana,
we love with
amazing.
all our
Yes,
heart and
thank
soul.
you.
I'm telling you something. I lost my family. I have nobody left. All my kids are gone. I'm all alone. I got Sandy. But I tell you something. God had blessed me when they send the Grossos to my house, and you and your wife. We love you with all our heart and soul, and never forget that, Doc.
Well, if you go see that James Brown movie, he had a pretty rough.
This freaking guy didn't hear a word I said.
What'd you say? He had a good what?
And,
what did he have?
He had a very rough childhood, and for him to come back up, he had an angel on his shoulder, let me tell you.
Thank you. Well, listen, Dr. Perry, thank you for calling in. And we're going to see you tonight.
Tonight, Doc.
At the Sienna's Italian Authentic Trattoria.
Oh, I was supposed to tell Michael also that we have 2 more people coming with us.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
we're going to have to figure out where we're going to put these people.
We'll get it. We'll
operate the women's trade show here in
What time are you going to be there, Doc?
Great.
What time are you going to be there?
8 o'clock, 7:30, right?
Why so? We start at 8. Why don't we go a little 7? Because we can have dinner with them.
What time do you want me there? And I'll be
7.
Let's go 7,
Let's have
Doc.
dinner.
Let's go have dinner at 7.
Okay.
Let's sit down and eat. You know what I mean? Because I don't get a chance to eat. Because my drums are... I went there early this morning, set my drums up.
Well, speaking of eating, I guess everybody's going to have to go to Chef Michael Leonetti's website to find out about today's recipe, because we didn't have any time to talk about it. But he's got some great recipes. You can go to his Facebook page. I know Diane Fox is putting them up there right now. Aren't you, Diane? And I want to thank all of KLAV, all of Lotus Broadcasting, and our team here, John Stiles and Ryan, for taking such great care of us here on the show, Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. And Dr. Perry and Diane, we're going to see you tonight, okay, at Sienna's.
And John Stiles is putting his high heels on right now.
We've got such a great team with us. And if you're just tuning in now, this is the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We've got performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, and special features, women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. So join us today, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Also, you can hear us midnight on KLAV. You can hear us at Vegas All Net Radio at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please? And Chef Michael, and on YouTube, because John Stiles is going to put our pictures up
And
there.
may I close the show?
Yes, please.
If I had Aladdin's lamp and I had one wish to make, I wouldn't wish for caviar or any special dish. I wouldn't wish for dollars, yet in dollars I have few. I'd wish to spend a lifetime with someone, Sandy, as lovely as you.
Oh, how romantic. Well, we'll see you tomorrow here on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
I guess nobody wants my recipe today. We love you, Carl. You jackhammer.